Yo, yo, yo. Hey, yo, what's goody to all my heroes and villains out there? You know who it is. It's your boy, LC. And guys, welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. And guys, check it out. Today, I have some huge update news. Huge update when it comes to the, Secret Wars. We also have some Spider-Man and Wanda news. Okay? After Spider-Man 4, is Spider-Man going to be in a Wanda movie? Because we know Scarlet Witch is coming back. She's going to get her own movie. So, is Spider-Man going to be in the Scarlet Witch movie? Word on the Disney streets is that the Scarlet Witch wants to meet Spider-Man. I don't know what that's about, but we're about to go ahead and check that out right now, guys. Yo, check it out. Before we even get started, do me a solid. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It'll let you know when I got all types of videos and live streams coming your way. In the words of Deadpool.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. So, let's go ahead and check out Josh right now over at the Den of Nerds. Huge Marvel update when it comes to Secret Wars, guys. So, let's not waste no more time. Let's do it. Without further ado, we're going to check out Josh over at the Den of Nerds.
Marvel fans, we need to talk about a ton of news that happened over the past couple of days, and a lot of this stuff is flying under the radar. I'm talking about a bunch of small updates from insiders and scoopers with regards to characters like Tom Holland Spider-Man, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, and Wanda Maximoff, aka Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch. Basically, what we have here is several small updates that, when you consider the timing of them, put them together, and think about the context of everything else we know about what Marvel Studios is doing with Secret Wars, it begins to become mind-blowing. Okay, let's begin with Tom Holland Spider-Man. Of course, there have been a ton of updates about Tom Holland Spider-Man, a lot of confusion on what exactly is happening with Spider-Man 4. Well, recently, insider Alex Perez confirmed on Twitter that officially Spider-Man 4 has moved to July 26th, 2026. Now, basically, this just means that this is a movie that's going to take place between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. It is also possible that this movie is a Battle World movie. I want to talk more about that in a second. But the reason this is so important is because we know that Marvel Studios is planning next year, 2025, to have Tom Holland film Avengers 5, which is now Avengers Doomsday, and Spider-Man 4. He's going to be filming these things back to back, and there might even be some crossover there. And because of this news about the shooting schedule, people began to question whether or not Spider-Man was actually going to come out before. But this news from Alex Perez pretty much confirms that this movie is going to happen after Doomsday and to be a Battle World movie. Next up, we had an update from My Time to Shine Hello, seemingly just a random update where she said that there is a plan for Scarlet Witch and Tom Holland's Peter Parker to meet. And she also said that both of them are said to have major roles in the next two Avengers movies. Now, this is another piece of news that, when taken in isolation, doesn't seem like a big deal. You're like, oh, so Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man are going to meet. Like, duh, that's not a big deal. But you have to consider the timing here. This is a time period in which Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are fine-tuning their plans. They are adjusting things, and they are getting ready to do Doomsday, Secret Wars, and the Battle World movies. They are actually ramping up for like the craziest thing they have ever tackled as a studio. And so when you take into context all of the disagreement that Sony and Marvel had with Spider-Man 4, and this report we recently heard that there was a new Spider-Man Sony Marvel deal which would allow Tom Holland Spider-Man to be in even more movies, and you consider the reports that the Scarlet Witch movie is going to be another one of these Battle World movies, that movie is going to take place in 2026. That's when they're going to film it, and it's going to come out probably before Secret Wars. Well, I'm starting to believe that if both of them have major roles in both of the Avengers movies, they might be connected in a story that Marvel is trying to tell with the Battle World films to set up certain characters for Secret Wars. What I'm basically saying here is that due to the timing, due to a lot of the other reports that are out there, I'm starting to believe that Tom Holland Spider-Man and this new Sony Marvel deal is so that he will be in Doomsday, and then he will be in Spider-Man 4, And then he will be in the Scarlet Witch solo movie. I'm starting to believe that the multiversal Avengers will be assembling and getting ready to fight against God Emperor Doctor Doom in Secret Wars, and they're going to be doing that in the Battle World movies. And just like at the end of Phase 3, where we had a bunch of those movies that took place explaining a big story with all of those characters connected, which led to Thanos coming while the Avengers were disassembled, I think what we're going to see in the Battle World movies is Loki, God of Stories, assembling a multiversal Avengers team. And in fact, I'm starting to believe that they will be assembling Infinity Beings. This is a big theory that I've had ever since the ending of Loki season 2, where I had this viral tweet happen. I also did a big stream earlier today on my streaming channel where I'm getting out the whiteboard and breaking down what do I mean by the Infinity Being thing. Go watch that if you want a full detailed explanation. But for the purposes of this video, I'm basically saying that the Infinity Stones, or rather the singularities that represent the Infinity Stones, will manifest themselves within different characters within the multiverse. So Loki, God of Stories, represents the Time Stone. Wanda, with all of her chaos magic, she represents the Reality Stone. Well, guess what? I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man may well be the Soul Stone of the Infinity Beings and be the soul of the entire multiverse. And I just want to emphasize that there's actual evidence that this is happening. I mean, Tom Holland's Spider-Man was supposed to be the lead of the Kang Dynasty. He is now said to be a major part of Doomsday. And we've talked about in other videos and streams that the insiders are saying that RDJ and Tom Holland's Spider-Man are going to meet, and there's going to be an emotional connection thing happening there because Tom Holland sees this face of Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, and it looks just like his mentor. And so maybe they can explain Tom Holland's Spider-Man as being the anchor being of the sacred timeline, which is maybe sacred because it's a linchpin of the entire multiverse. And maybe that's all they'll do with him, is just have him be the anchor being of 616. But I'm really leaning towards this Infinity Being theory. I think it's kind of cool, and I think Tom Holland would fit perfectly as the soul of the entire Marvel multiverse. Okay, last piece of news we got to talk about in here, because man, it's getting real sweaty and nerdy. I'm starting to sweat. Are you starting to sweat? My Time to Shine Out Loud just said that Sir Patrick Stewart has officially signed on for Secret Wars. And again, this just seems like a totally random thing, but consider the timing, folks. Consider all the other stuff we've been talking about in this video. Now, the first thing that comes to mind with Sir Patrick Stewart as Professor X in the MCU is the end of the Marvels. In the post-credit scene for the Marvels, we see that Monica Rambeau is now in another universe with Maria Rambeau. And
real quick, guys, you know that if they did this a certain way, this could literally lead to X-Men versus the Avengers, because she's in the X-Men world, right? So let's say the Avengers is trying to save her, and then they think that she's being held against her will or some crazy shit. Yo, you could literally, this is the perfect way to work in the X-Men and the Avengers fighting each other. I'm just saying. Comment below, let me know what you guys think about that.
And Beast, and they discuss Charles Xavier. Charles is literally about to enter that scene and talk to Binary and this daughter of hers from a different universe. And Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus continues to tease that Marvel has a plan for the Avengers and the X-Men to fight each other before Secret Wars. And the speculation has been this will be due to that universe having an incursion with the 616 universe. So you'd have like a bunch of X-Men from that universe fighting a bunch of Avengers from our universe. I think that's awesome, and I think that's a really interesting way to use the character of Professor X and establish him in a really big way, perhaps in Doomsday, to then make him a really big deal for maybe the Battle World movies, and definitely for Secret Wars. Because you got to think about this. If Secret Wars is supposed to be a celebration of all of Marvel that has come before, well, it just makes sense to use iconic characters like Sir Patrick Stewart. I really hope they get Ian McKellen as Magneto as well, because, dude, those dudes are legendary for the roles of these big comic book characters, and I would love to see them in Secret Wars as well. And in fact, I think Patrick Stewart perfectly fits into this infinity being theory. He could be the representation of the Mind Stone, being one of the most powerful telepaths we've ever seen in any Marvel movie or show. And again, you gotta remember the timing of this, right? That script is being fine-tuned for Doomsday and for Secret Wars. They're gonna film next year. They have to bring these actors back. They have to figure out this plan. And so I think what we're looking at here with a lot of the different scoopers and a lot of the different insiders hinting at stuff is that this plan is starting to leak out, and I really believe that the Battle World movies are going to establish the multiversal Avengers and get them ready to fight against God Emperor Doom for the actual Secret Wars event. It seems like this is going to include Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I mean, he might have a major role throughout these next few movies going in to Secret Wars. It seems like Wanda Maximoff is going to have a very big role in these movies moving forward. I think
she deserves redemption. You know what I mean? She has to end. We have to end the whole Scarlet Witch, Wanda, her on a good note. You know what I mean? Her converting over, being good, having her kids, Speed and Wiccan. Let's go.
I think Patrick Stewart's going to have a really big role. I think they've been planning a big role for him. I think the Mind Stone Infinity Being thing is brilliant, but even if it just connects to Monica, that Universe 10005, which apparently has the Deadpool and Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine movie in that universe now as well. That universe coming into conflict with the 616 Avengers vs. X-Men. Man, there's some crazy stuff being cooked over at Marvel Studios. I just wanted to bring these updates to you guys and kind of explain why I think they're such a big deal. Of course, let me know what you think about these different updates in the comment section below. Go check out the stream if you want like a detailed breakdown of the Infinity Beings, the outer versal powers that I think Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom will get. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you
on the
next
video. All right. Woof, guys, that was amazing. Huge news. Huge. Okay. Yo, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about that. Yo, Professor X, please. Yo, let's get the original. Obviously, we're gonna have the original Professor X, but I'd rather them bring in also Magneto. That'll be amazing. You know what I mean? And what else, guys? Let me know in the comments what you think about. Like I said, I told you guys. Now, once after the Spider-Man 4 movie comes out, because it's supposed to be huge, it's supposed to bring in the other two Spider-Man, Venom, it's supposed to be a big movie, right? So after that movie, that's it. Then Marvel is allowed to use Spider-Man in whatever way they want. Sony will still get paid, you know what I mean? But Marvel can now use Spider-Man in a lot more movies, you know? And it still counts, like during the rights of, you know how Sony has to make a certain amount of Spider-Man movies or whatever. But Spider-Man being in the Marvel movies still counts. So Marvel doesn't care. They just want to have Spider-Man in the movies. So let's go. It's a win-win. Alright, so comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about that. Also, make sure you guys check out Josh at the Den of Nerds. Comment below. Let him know your boy LC from Heroes and Villains sent you guys out there. And yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it on that one. I want to know your thoughts. This is huge news. More Spider-Man movies. What do you think about Spider-Man and Wanda in a Wanda movie taking place in Battle World? Makes sense. If you're going to do a Spider-Man movie in Battle World and a Wanda movie, a Scarlet Witch movie in Battle World, it only makes sense that they meet. You know what I mean? So I want to see that. Let me know what you guys thought about that. And also the Professor X. Let me know what you guys think about when it comes to the X-Men versus Avengers. Okay? If you guys want to see that as well. Oh, that's something I want to see. So I'm sure they could probably integrate it and we can see it maybe for like about, you know, like 10-15 minute scene of them fighting like they did with the airport scene in Captain America Civil War when they were just fighting, you know. So maybe we get a good 15-20 minutes of them fighting. I'll take it. You know, comment below, let me know what you guys think. So, on that one, this was dope, guys. This was awesome. Huge update. This has been another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Once again, guys, if you guys like what you're seeing, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'm your boy, LC. Until next time, guys. Peace.